I just felt like I needed to share this pork chops with eggs. You know what I mean? Shit, delicious. Shouts out to my dukes, bro. Shouts out to my dukes. I got something I need to say about the Miami Dolphins. So, I ain't gonna say I say like an hour ago I wrapped up the Miami Dolphins, and then I ate, and then I haven't moved since. But I think now is the time to start. So we're talking about the Dolphins, okay? The Miami Dolphins are an interesting team, and they are in a weird spot now. So I am and was forever will be a fan of Brian Flores. Regardless of what happens, I'm a fan of Brian Flores, and I think what the Dolphins organization did to him was wrong. How they left him was wrong. Not giving him what he wanted as far as the team goes or went was wrong, because the Dolphins could have had Justin Herbert, and they did Brian Flores all the way dirty. So I'm not a fan of the organization itself. I like a couple of dudes on the team, but that's about it. So we're just gonna get that out the way. But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the organization. We're talking about the team. So we're gonna look at it like this. They didn't have any major departures. As you see, Jacoby Brissett, he went to the Browns. He's gonna be back up for Deshaun Watson. Malcolm Brown, Duke Johnson leaving, and Philip Lindsay is gone. He's just signed with the Colts like 2-3 days ago. As I'm recording this, it is May 19th. So he probably signed like 3-4 days ago. Will Fuller played one game, so he can walk. He's not staying healthy, so I don't know if anybody's gonna be willing to sign him. Allen Hurns is Albert Wilson is and Jason McCourty. Jason McCourty is more of a Patriots guy, more of a Brian Flores guy, so I wasn't surprised that he walked. But Michael Pilardi, I don't know what they're gonna do on special teams, but excuse me for the sniffling. But no crazy departures. But wow, they traded for Tyreek Hill. Who would have? No, I'm just playing. That's the arguably the second biggest move. Damn, this was a big offseason. So this might be the third biggest move of the offseason right here. But Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the backup for Tua. Chase Edmonds, he got out of Arizona because they're going to start feeding James Conner. Sony Michel is going to be filling up. This is just filling up the running back room. This is all filling up the running back room. Alex Ingold, Tyreek Hill. So they didn't have any first round picks. So they gave up their first, their second, and a fourth. And then a fourth and a sixth next year. So that's really a steal. Keep it G real. That's a steal right there. They gave up 1 and 2 this year and only gave up 4 and 6 next year. So they still got their first round pick next year, I'm assuming. From the limited knowledge I have about the Miami Dolphins, they still gonna have their first and second round picks and third round picks next year. So then that's not really. Yeah, and then they extended him right away for $120 million. Sherfield, okay. Cedric Wilson was a big signing because Dallas let him walk. So there's that. They better figure out a way to pay Mike Gesicki because they need him. Teron Armstead, beef up the O-line. They did a great job of improving the O-line with him and Connor Williams. Emmanuel Ogbah, that's a good deal for him. Melvin Ingram signed a 1-year deal, so he's just been signing 1-year deals, moving him from place to place. Duke Riley and Xavier Howard worth $90 million. So they got Thomas Morstead. When did they get Thomas Morstead? Jesus. Okay, I didn't know that, but they had a lot of big signings in the offseason. Xavier Howard was most important because it was about to be the franchise tag, or they was about to trade him. I remember that. Teron Armstead, that's going to help that O-line tremendously. Emmanuel Ogbah will help out, and that'll keep him around just long enough until Jalen Phillips either develops or walks. So they'll have their answer in the next couple years. Mike Gesicki needs to get paid, so that's something they need to focus on. Cedric Wilson helps out Tua. Tyreek obviously helps out Tua, but we don't know what McDaniel is going to do as far as offensive totality, because under Kyle Shanahan, I just don't know if McDaniel was really calling plays. I think Kyle Shanahan was calling plays the whole time. So we'll see how that looks and how that works. So, but I say the preseason will give us an answer about how the offense is going to be structured and how it's going to look and all of that. So we'll see come preseason. The schedule. Excuse me. This now. I have my gripes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the draft picks. They only had 4 draft picks. So they drafted another backup that's going to back up Tuna. They drafted another edge, not really needing an edge, a receiver. So they are set for the most part. They're talking about offensive draft needs. They didn't need to draft O-linemen. Their O-line is fine. They got Robert Hunt. Now you add Connor Williams and Teron Armstead. So they're fine on the O-line. A receiver, the addition of Tyreek and Cedric Wilson are huge, and Jalen Waddle. So why would you draft another receiver? That doesn't make sense. And running back. You just added 3 pretty good running backs. So this website is kind of stupid. The Sporting News, that's kind of stupid. But yeah. I don't see any of these guys playing. Maybe Tyndall might play. Maybe this receiver plays, but I mean, a lot of their needs are tedious. It needs more depth than anything else. But that is not the main reason why I pulled it up. I pulled that up to talk about tuna fish tagovailoas. I'm gonna say this. I'm not a fan of Tua. I hope he proves me wrong. But in 2 years, he's been meh. When you compare his stats and like the player he is to Justin Herbert, who was drafted 1 pick after him, it's not looking too hot. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, 109. He's not crazy efficient. Well, he is efficient. Like ESPN put out a stat like his deep ball accuracy, and he was like tied for second as far as like yards or like total yards or something. But he's like the bottom 3 as far as deep ball attempts. Let me see. Deep ball stats. Yeah, here it is. This is perfect. Still, when Tua goes deep, 20 yards down the field longer, he's been accurate per PFF. His deep completion is 52%. That's the second best behind Kyler this season. However, only 7.3% of his attempts have been deep passes. So, while yes, you've been accurate, it's not a big sample size. So, it's a lot of questions that need answers. So that was in the middle of the season. So I don't know why my computer is just doing this all of a sudden. I'm sorry. But here's a better. This is on Reddit. Should be a little bit better. Okay. He was on target 69.6% of the time. So he's on target. And that's fine. But when you're not throwing the ball deep that often, it's like, okay. So I've always felt that Tua was more of a check down kind of guy. So, yeah, Tua completion percentage of passes beyond 20 yards is 62. Yeah, that's oddly specific. But he has a pretty good completion percentage. He doesn't have a lot of yards. 16 touchdowns to 10 interceptions isn't that good. But they going to stick with him. Miami's going to stick with him regardless. Because if they don't, they'll look like idiots for not drafting Justin Herbert. And I still think that's a mistake for not drafting Justin Herbert. But we'll see how Tua pans out. Now that he has an offensive-minded coach in McDaniel, we'll see how that goes. The defense might drop off a lot. Yeah. So, that's dope. They got Sony Michel. What? Excuse me. There's nothing like too crazy about the roster. they did everything they needed to do as far as boosting the O-line. And the only issue is now that Brian Flores isn't coaching the defense, what will the Dolphins look like on defense? So, we'll see how that goes. So for them, this schedule is going to be similar to the Bills. So I would say, I don't know about the Baltimore game because this is not Brian Flores, so I don't know. Again, no matter what, in every division, I said just about every division, somebody's gonna lose. Everybody's gonna lose 2 games in the division. Unless team goes like undefeated or something crazy like that. So every team is probably gonna lose 2 games. For them, they floor, the lowest amount that they should win is 7 games, and I have to give them a lot lower because of the division that they playing in and who they got to go up against. So they gonna have to face the Patriots, regardless of who's on the team. The Patriots can run y'all off the field, can run anybody off the field. So there's that. The Bills might run them off the field, and the Jets are getting better. So there's that. I say the floor for them is 7 games. They should be aiming for 11, like 11-6. So 11-6 isn't too crazy. It's not like outlandish for them. Let me zoom in some more so y'all can see this. Yeah. It's not too crazy for them to go 11-6 in this scenario. But the games that like really concern me, because they got to go to San Francisco, and that should be a big game for McDaniel. They got to go to Los Angeles, so that'll be the first time Tua and Justin Herbert are lining up against each other. They got Green Bay on Christmas, but Green Bay, I don't know how Green Bay is going to look, but I say 7 games. They probably gonna lose to Cincinnati. Cause it's Joey B. Come on now, it's Joey B. That's my man right there. But New England's gonna be seeking revenge after the Week 1 loss last year. Baltimore's not coming to play around after they lost last year. I don't know about Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Cleveland. I just don't know. Those are the 4 games that I don't know. But Miami Dolphins, like I said, they should be the 7. They should aim around 7. They 7-10, 8-9, 9-8 this year. Next year, they better shoot for the playoffs, because this is about to be 3 years in a row where they're not gonna make the playoffs. They're most likely not gonna make the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes for them. Tua, it's up to you. The ball is in your court. You got to ball out now. So you've been benched a handful of times because of poor play. So I need you to figure it out. Or my boy Belk needs you to figure it out, because he's rooting for you dearly. He's been sacked 20 times in 2 years. It's crazy. But I don't know. The Dolphins are a real interesting team. They're in a weird spot. I don't know if they're going to win now or what. But until the next time I see you, which will be probably in the same day, I'm about to work on the Jets, and then I'll do the Patriots, and then that'll be it for today. So I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Bye. Bye.